Yo, what's going on, everybody? So sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. That was the weirdest thing I've ever encountered. I actually have not had any issues with a live stream until then. Ever. Except for YouTube permabanning me twice, but y'all were here for that. So that was strange. I don't know if that was a YouTube issue, because we know one time YouTube did go down while we were midstream, so it was either a YouTube issue or something with my account. So that was interesting. Anyway, we made it. We're here. Ignore the mess behind me. I've been getting started on some stuff I talked about. Don't forget, smash that like button, guys. Demolish that like button if you could. I would really appreciate it. Let's try and get up to like 15 likes ASAP. You know how it goes. The more likes, the more people we get. Let's have a great stream. All right, what's going on, Richard? What's going on? Let's see who else we got in here. Thank you for those likes. Thank you, thank you. The chosen one, that's better. Good. Ryan, hopefully this one works. I know, right? What's going on? Albash, welcome to the stream. What's going on, Preezy? Well, yeah, what's going down? Exactly. This was my concern, you know? This was my concern. And we'll talk about where I think it's going to go next. Obviously, by the title, it was a little decisively written, but that's just kind of the way you have to do it. But it's not clickbait. That's genuinely the way we're headed. So let's talk about that. Schmicky says, yo, all good? I think so, Schmicky. I think we're good. Hold on, yeah. Don't lie, you were selling all your coins. Actually, I haven't even been in. So there was nothing to sell. I have not bought. When I told you guys I didn't believe we were going up, I meant it. I have not bought any Dogecoin. I've been messing around with other stuff. YouTube FUD? Yeah, for real. What's up, Matthew? Matthew and Richard, glad to see you both. You were the first like? I appreciate that. Your like sat up there by itself for a long time. I saw it clear as day. What's up, Byron? Finally, yes. Dip, dip, dip. Yes. If you want to dip, this is your chance. It's been a while, 2020. I know. I meant to go earlier, live earlier today, but I was busy. Very, very busy. Barely even have time for this stream, honestly, but you know we don't miss. What's going on, Jonathan? Love a good bloodbath. Dogecoin, come on down. You're next on the prices, right? Hey, the price is looking right if you're looking for a dip. That's all I know. So let's get right into this, guys. Let's take a look at why we're here, because obviously this is a new low. We didn't really see, we came from 16, went up to 30, basically 29.5, bounced around in here, traded sideways. We had a lot of hype about the wick off accumulation. We saw that starting to fail. Then it just kind of held, after the failure. It didn't even break to the downside, which I thought was extremely surprising. And for that reason, I'm like, you know what, guys? Though the wick off did not follow to a T, the overall, just like some of you guys were saying, overall, the course that it was indicating it was going to follow, there's still a chance it could follow that course. And we saw some signs of bullishness. Of course, you know how skeptical I've been. I was not a fan of the wick off to begin with. I never thought we were really following it, but if that's the way the price action is going to go, as a buyer, you just kind of go with the flow and buy, make your money. That's just the way it is. But sure enough, just out of nowhere, we just completely sold off. Let's flip to Bitcoin really quick and take a look. So for those of you that don't know what I talk about, I won't stay on this too long, but when we're speaking of the wick off accumulation pattern that everyone thought we were following, what I mean is this right here. This move, this was supposed to be the third. See the low, highs, next swing low, next swing high, and it's higher highs and higher lows, by the way, all the way up to the third low, and then it was supposed to do this and take off. There were a couple different little scenarios in here. We ended up being weak. We only came up short of even the 200 EMA, not even up there. So first thought was, well, this doesn't look good, but it could be a little scenario where there's a pullback and then it comes back up here and takes off. No, didn't even do that. It sold off pretty decently hard here. Then it started messing around. The other thing that we started to say was, well, what if overall we're looking at this too hard and it's really just going to mess around in here a bit, and then over time, it gets to here and there because our time frame was too low. So if you just summarize this info and just overall the move is going from point A to point B, but it could just be over an extended period of time. So in that case, this would have looked more like this. Just summarize all of this activity here. Oh, these lines don't connect. Summarize all of this activity, and then you kind of see where I'm going with this. It would just kind of make its way over and then break up. That was kind of us trying to respect the pattern and just say, you never know, you never know. There's a lot of fake outs in the market. Sometimes you're looking at things too close. Sometimes you're looking on too short of a time frame. But overall, I never believed it anyway. We're just trying to make sure we have all the information we possibly can. But at the same time, it just didn't look good. At this moment in time, though, this is a pretty bad sign, because let's officially forget about the wick off accumulation, guys. Hopefully you're all on the same page as me, but it is safe to completely throw that pattern into the trash can for the time being. Whether or not we end up going up at some point, it's not because of the pattern. We already failed it. We already broke it. So I'm cool with never talking about the wick off again. Like, until further notice. It is irrelevant at this moment when it comes to our price action. So we broke it. Now we're doing something else. Overall, basura. Yes, trash. I know that word. So basically what we ended up doing, we made it up to 36,500. Didn't break above the resistance line. This was key. We needed to get to the top side of this line. We didn't make it. We saw a pullback, tested now the 35 level, and it ended up being resistance. Not good. Then we did a major pullback, but we held around 33,000, which is our last level of support. Don't forget, smash that like button, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead, click that button. Which is our last level of support before things start getting really, really sketchy. We already talked about how when you get under 33,000, the only real strong support you have left is 31. If you somehow, for some reason, make it back down to this 29 previous level, that's not a good sign. If you're back down here, that is because things went very bad. So if things are going very bad, that means there's going to be panic and fear in the market, and it is most probable that once we get down here, this won't even prove to be a support. We'll just end up, kind of flying through it, because this is the extreme fear area. That's what that is. So we hit this level as support. We held there, which was cool. Made it back up, made our way along, did the normal thing, went back to the top side of 35, stuck below the 200 EMA line again. While the 200 EMA is on a downtrend, we hit it as strong resistance and rejected really hard. Although, if you look at this candle, yes, it's summarized onto the 4 hour, but this is a massive candle. It took us down about $2,000 in 4 hours on Bitcoin. That's extreme. Anyway, major downtrend that took us all the way back down to 33. Little dead bounce, now bouncing off 35 again as resistance, pulled back. 35 again as resistance, and now a major sell-off. I'm not gonna lie, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. If you're wanting to see an uptrend here, those are really bad signs. The main reason is if you just delete my lines for a moment, and if you can't already see this, just overall trend is very much down. Now, I'm not including that in there just for the sake of you, just for the visual, okay? This isn't a perfect line. But look, the high here, swing low here. Swing high here, swing low here. Swing high is now much lower down, because you would have, if it was going to be smooth, you would have expected it to come back up here. But no, it just got shot down to 35,000 and rejected hard off of that to the bottom side. So this is the way, okay, this is the way it's looking now. Hey guys, we're at 18 likes. Let's get up to like 40. We got like 60 people in here. I know y'all got that like button right next to your fingers. Let's go. I know we can do it. If you're appreciating this content, smash that button for me. Thank you. So we pulled back, got back up here, pulled back again, did this, and the way it's looking now, thank you. We're at 20. Appreciate that for those two. We're going to bounce right here, do something like this, end up coming back down, and that could be the start of something bad. That's the way it's looking right now. That's the most probable scenario in my opinion. And that's usually what ends up happening after a lot of bearishness and extreme sell-offs. That's usually what ends up happening. You get a dead bounce towards the bottom. It does what I call the H of Doom, which is literally what you can kind of already see here, where you basically do this pattern here. Little dead bounce comes right back to support, and it fails it on that move down. And at that point, things get nasty. So this isn't looking good. What this would mean if that happens is then we see Dogecoin to the teens. And why do I say that? Well, because under 33,000, what is our closest level that's most likely to hold? Really, our closest level, like I said, is somewhere in the area of 31, 31 to 31 and a half right here. There is a somewhat weak level near 30,000 as well. But I don't really count that as a level. That is where we bounced last time though, but you can see the bounce wasn't that good. Our major support levels are very obvious. There, you could say this 29 area is the absolute low, but like I said, once we get down there again, it's probably going to be a bad thing, not good, so it probably won't hold. And then you've got an obvious level of support at 31. Rejection wick here, didn't come back for weeks. Rejection wick here, didn't come back for weeks. Consolidated here, consolidated here. You can see 31 is very strong. And then our real strongest level is, 33,000. And that's why I'm saying once you break the real strong level, then you've got one extremely weak, weaker level here, and then a very, very, very weak level here. So bad signs, bad signs. All right, let me catch up on some comments and then we'll keep doing some more analysis here. Because you guys know I try to read every single comment. So let's go. Count Billion says, how low do we think it'll hit? Well, that's another question. So let's go to that one next. Let me save your question there. Smash that like button, Ryan says. Yes, appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the 25 likes. Really, really helps the stream. We already have 60 viewers. Let's go tonight. I need to buy down your average. You didn't sell for loss. Okay, averaging down. Yeah, that's a move for sure. Alark says, I've been out going on 3 weeks now on your scalping account. I've been out for about the same as you. On my scalping account, I really haven't done anything for the last, I'd say, week and a half, 2 weeks. There was, that move a couple days ago where I bought on stream, but I quickly sold because it was obvious that it ended up not playing out the way we hoped. So cut at break even, but it was just obvious we were going to go down next. So I let you guys know, not a good time to enter. But if you don't count that 5-minute scalp that was completely break even, no profit, no loss, I haven't really been messing around buying or selling for a couple weeks. But I am holding on my holding accounts, don't forget. So I do have a position. It's just I'm not scalping it at the moment. I want to wait till we hit the bottom and then mess with the volatility off the dip. Trading on the way down is a lot more difficult, by the way. If you're at all new to trading or scalping, it's much better to scalp in an uptrend than a down, if you can help it. If you're new. Now, if you're more experienced, obviously you can ride the wave either way and you'll figure it out. But if you're new, don't try scalping very much when it's an obvious downtrend, because you're going to keep trying to guess bottoms. You're going to be wrong. You're going to sell at a loss. You keep doing that enough, you'll end up with no account. The last time we hit 16, Doge was leading the drop, and now Dogecoin is back leading the drop. Same pattern. Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a sec too. That's a good comment, Preezy. What's going on? Good morning, Damo. Welcome back. Preezy says, oh yeah, Pasuda. Buy the dip, Mauer? Yes. Some people are driving. True. I just try and get those likes up. It's the only way that, like we already know, each like equals about two more viewers in the stream. So that really is what drives it. Travis says, it looks like we could be forming a head and shoulders on the 5. Let's take the move down here. You must mean like down here. If you mean short term right here, we would have to see this pull back a decent amount and then try it again. If it does this like slow move thing, it kind of breaks the pattern. But that's kind of the only way. It would be a very small one at that anyway. It's a very small head and shoulders, to be honest. But yeah, let's keep our eyes on that potential pattern that could play out. Let's just do this. See if these candles fail and come down here. If not, I'll just delete this line, but let's keep an eye. Let's see. Travis with the rockets, the thumbs up hype train. I like that. Hopefully you guys at the very least are hyped to buy the dip. You know what I mean? So and sorry to repeat this if you've been in every single one of my live streams. You've heard me say this almost every day, but There's two different types of traders. There's the scalpers and there's the hodlers. That's really the only two different types of trading you could be doing. You're either holding or you're trying to buy and sell and make money off moves. The thing about dips, and the reason why they're not bad at all, like when we sell off, if you're holding, if you're a hodler, that means you don't care anyway. Day traders and scalpers, they, from, let's just say point A being Dogecoin at, let's just say 4 cents back before it exploded, and end point for them is when it gets to $1. Let's just say that's when they say they're going to sell, the hodlers. If we go up and down in between there, it doesn't matter for the holders. You bought early, you're going to sell late. Who cares what happens in between? As long as you still believe that we're going to hit the price target eventually, then you have nothing to worry about. In fact, you probably shouldn't even be looking at the chart too much, because that's just only going to make you emotional. So for holders, the price going down doesn't mean anything, because eventually it's going to go back up, right? And then if you're a scalper, dips are your best friend, because what you need to make money is volatility. You don't need the price to be going up all the time. You need the price to be going up and then down and then up and then down. That's how scalpers and day traders make their money. They trade the volatility. They ride the waves. So the more ups and downs, the more opportunities you have to make money. If we're just trading sideways all day and going up like this all day, scalpers have no opportunity, and it's going to be boring for the hodlers anyway, because they're just holding. But my point is, this is what you want to see. Whether it's the price sitting somewhere at an obvious support and then taking off like a rocket, or if it's the price dumping and then taking off like a rocket. You want to see movement, big moves, and this could be big moves for you. This pattern isn't holding too well, so I'm just going to delete this. Head and shoulders has been negated. We'll see what happens as we get to these levels. I mean, you can see this little ranging it's trying to do here. Now that probably won't continue at the exact pattern, but let's just see what happens, because now we're just really weak. The nearest strong resistance is 34,000, which is up here. 34,000 has been a pretty decent level recently. Oh, that wasn't a horizontal line. That's fine. So this is really the ceiling. As you can see, I did draw a line here. I'm not sure why. Let me zoom out. Oh, yeah. So 33.8 ended up becoming a level. As you can see, it almost hit there, rejected, looped around there, consolidation, rejection there, here, supports here. So 33.8 actually ended up becoming a level. So that's something to note. But other than that, it's really also been 34 as well. We'll just count that as a range, 33.8 to 34,000 flat. In here, I'm trying to see what's the most likely place that it gets stopped at. This is a pretty good spot, 33.4. Look at all those wicks. See right here, here, here. Some consolidation, another wick here. That's actually a common spot. And I don't want to draw too many lines. You guys know I prefer to have my chart clean, but for the sake of short-term time frame, let's just draw a line there. And let's zoom back in. All right, you can see that's exactly where we hit as resistance there. So that worked out pretty interestingly. See that? And I actually made it a little low, so that's actually correct. So people, you can tell they're looking at their charts with their lines drawn. That much you can tell. When you do your TA and spots are hitting almost exact, you can tell other people are doing their TA. I saw you in the Doge chat room on Twitter last night, Mariano. Saw you were a speaker in it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so Dogecoin Rise. I don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter. He's one of the Dogecoin accounts. He's got like almost 500,000 followers on Twitter. Not that that part matters too much in regards to what I'm about to say, but he was hosting a Twitter space where basically you know it's like a group. What do you call it? Like a webinar, voice only. And so they're like 10 speakers max, and then there's a couple hundred people in the chat. But yeah, he let me in as one of the speakers, and so we had a good chat. I didn't talk too much. I was mostly listening to everybody. It was my first time being a speaker in one of those, so I was really just taking it in. But it was awesome. It was awesome. Great community in the Dogecoin space. It's really crazy how big the community's gotten, and what people are trying to do. And I want to talk about that in just a second here, because there's some cool initiatives that we talked about in that meeting yesterday. And there's actually Dogecoin coffee. There's Dogecoin coffee now, and you can buy it in Dogecoin. So I want to show you that in just a sec. But let's keep reading comments and keep monitoring this right here. Let's side by side with Dogecoin, just so we can keep an eye on what's happening on the Doge side. As you can see here, Doge is struggling, and it's actually doing the same thing that it just did before it dropped substantially. I'm not saying it absolutely will again, but you see this, the extreme sell-off, and then the triangle, almost the exact same form right here. And it is literally copy and paste, even with the wick coming down too far and then triangling and then dropping, wick coming down too far, triangling. And this is about decision time right here. So let's just see where it goes. It might go up this time. We'll see. We'll just, doesn't need to be perfect. Let's just do that. You get the idea. That's all that matters. All right. 21 and you're still out. I'm out as well, comfortably. I don't care what happens next. I don't care if it bounces back to 23 and I missed a 2-cent dip. I am not buying right now. Market's too bearish. I'm not feeling it. Alaric said, thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was awesome. I really appreciate that opportunity too. That was great. Got like 30 more followers on Twitter, and I only had like 80, so that's actually substantial. Just from that, and a couple more subs, and a lot of support, so that was great. Will it go back up to 28 cents? Oh yeah, of course, Jojo. Yeah, definitely. It's just, I always say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And if you know a lot about Dogecoin, the following, the things that are in the pipeline, you know that it's definitely an if. I'm sorry, definitely a win and not an if, because we're definitely worth more than 21 cents per Dogecoin. Less than a quarter? No way. So it's just a matter of time, and we'll get there very soon. I forgot my ring light. Hang on. Oh, not that. Oh, boy. By the way, I made this shirt. It's partially why the stream was so delayed. As you can see back there, I got all my equipment in. This isn't the one I'm going to be selling or anything like that. I'm just practicing, getting my stuff, just messing with everything, getting it all organized. Ramen noodle time. I like that. Steven says, what drove it down? Just market conditions. Nothing in particular. Like, from what I've heard today, and I've been keeping a pretty close eye on Twitter and everything, there was nothing in the news or anything crazy that went down. Basically, Bitcoin was already setting up to head downward anyway, and this was just the price action playing itself out. It did this big move, and they got a tighter consolidation, now a tighter consolidation, now it might just go in here and then dump. So there was nothing in the news or anything. This was just the price action playing itself out. And it was already a bearish scenario, so it was really just a matter of time. Oh, Scott Martin, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining the member group. Welcome. Got a new super member, Scott Martin. Let me go ahead. I'll shoot you an invite to the members-only Discord group, and we'll get rolling. The way to find it, if you go to my homepage on my YouTube channel, I will post on the community tab a link to, members only can see it, and that way you can just grab it. That way no one yoinks it. So guys, just give me 2 seconds while I shoot them this link. Thank you. But yeah, welcome. I look forward to communicating with you. By the way, I have, in full support of the Dogecoin movement, I have super chats turned off. I have my PayPal, Cash App, everything. Any way to donate to me is removed. So there's only, if you're feeling the desire to tip me for some reason, I'm in full support of pay me in Doge, hashtag pay me in Doge. So if you want to, you have a Coinbase account, crypto.com, any exchange, you can just like send it to that QR code right above me. And then just let me know you sent it so I can check it and then shout you out. Other than that, the only way, if you don't want to go through the Dogecoin thing, would be if you just click join. You can subscribe to the channel, and that's kind of a donation. And you also get to join the members only Discord group. So that's like a 2-in-1 benefit for donating. But yeah, appreciate that. Awesome. Lots of good conversations in that group. So let's see. Bought at 17, bought Doge at 17 cents, held hoping for 30. Okay. In your opinion, do I hold till 25 or get out? If you bought at 17 cents Doge, you're in at a very, very good spot. I don't even think I would sell. If anything, I'd see if it even came down to me, because on the market crash, it might not even go down to 17 cents. I'd probably just hold, see if it came down to me. And if it did, maybe I'd consider, like, if it looks still bearish by the time it's at like 18 coming into 17, sell at break even. But I don't know, you know, because if it only goes down to 20, if it only goes down to 19, you kind of end up messing up your average and everything. And 17 cents is such a good spot. I'd probably hold, and if I could, just average down if it went past me. Why'd the music stop? Oh, it just changed. Oh, that's random. Yeah, I would probably just look to average down if anything. Your average is too good. And if I was gonna sell, I would have sold a long time ago. You know, like when we were up near 30 cents Dogecoin. So it's kind of just an awkward time to sell. You're already kind of near the bottom again. Jin Kaku, what's going on? What are the odds Doge would go back to 40 by the end of the year? My average is depressing. Oh, very, very high odds. Very high odds. We know we have a lot of things in the pipeline, guys. A lot. That's really going to help us out. So I think the question would be, what are the odds that we don't go back to 40 cents by the end of the year? And I say those odds are low. You know, we don't forget, just about a week and a half ago not a week and a half ago at this point, I guess. Just about 2 weeks ago, 2.5. When was this? The Coinbase Pro announcement, the Coinbase announcement. Remember that? We spiked hard. Yeah, that was about, I guess, 3 weeks ago now. We spiked hard all the way up to 45 cents just off Coinbase. There's a lot more things in the pipeline. So getting back just to where we were 3 weeks ago is not going to be hard. But short term, as you can see, this is my concern. We did this. Is this polyline? Yes, we did this. And then we're doing this. And now we're doing this. That's what it looks like to me. Now, I don't think that was extreme. Don't panic. Don't sweat. I'm sorry. Apologize. Not that extreme. But I'm just saying it looks like we're about to make potentially some lower lows. Potentially. The reason I'm not doing anything and I'm not recommending anybody to do anything crazy if you have a low average is because there's a chance we just come right back to here and take off to 19. There's a chance we don't go all the way back down here. There is that chance. And messing up your 17 cent average or lower average, I mean, I wouldn't risk that. Not out of panic. If you have average down money, at least. If you don't, that's a different story. Sorry, guys. Let me try and catch up to your comments a little better here. Don't forget, if you're new to the stream, click that subscribe button, guys. Appreciate all your support. Oh, and 24 minutes ago, I didn't even catch this notification. Looks like Mr. Snabble subscribed. I appreciate that. I think we'll be dropping for a while. I think there's a high chance, you know? We're going to have to see what happens here. You already know what I think about this, but I don't want to really be wrong and people just sell and mess up their averages and whatnot. I would at least probably see what starts happening at 31,000 before I just cut everything. But if you really think the market's going to crash, like if you genuinely believe it and you want no part of it, by all means, in that case, sell. It's better to sell early than it is to sell at the time it's happening and sell late. You know, lock in some profit and then buy later. That's if you truly feel the same way I do. I'm just trying not to mislead anybody and mess anybody up. You know, it's very hard to give recommendations. By the way, I'm also not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, just trading information. Richard says, I'm still out. Okay, Maurer says, I'm just waiting on Elon. I'll buy the dip all day. I've been waiting for this dip. Me too, honestly. Ray says, yeah, I read that one. Dommel says, when bearish market will end? I don't know. It doesn't look like it wants to anytime soon. The chosen, and that's what I've been saying for the last 3 weeks. This looks like an overall bearish market, no matter what anybody else is telling you. Nothing else is indicating that we're bullish, except for people trying to latch onto the wick-off accumulation reversal, which is already failing. There is nothing here that is bullish. This is probably one of the most bearish things I've ever seen. Do not let anybody fool you. I've been saying this for literally a month now, I think. All right, and that has not changed. I'm not going to lie to any one of you. I don't care about the views. I don't care about the, you know, the clicks or the subs. At the end of the day, this channel is built off honesty. And eventually, even if it's the slow road, I believe I'll succeed with that, with just honesty. But not going to clickbait you guys and say, you know, we're dropping to 10 cents here, but then we're going to go to the moon. Not going to happen. We're in a bear market right now. Looks like we're going to be selling off for a bit or trading sideways. And I think there's a low chance that we just bounce here and take off until Elon Musk really gets involved again, because he's the reason that the market crashed, and then China was the icing on the cake. So that's just my 2 cents. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, so be it. The chosen one says, yeah, at 19.999 I'm gonna start buying. Okay, same from our. Hey y'all, oh my, what did I miss today? Doge, yeah, it just happened. It was pretty fast. It happened pretty quick. I looked a couple hours ago, Doge was doing all right, you know, 23, 24, and then all of a sudden I was about to go live, Doge was at 21 cents. I'm like, okay. Rafi says, do I think we'll see 19 cents tonight? Very easily. I want to say yes, but every time I go live, and you guys know this, every time I go live, something looks like it's about to happen. It literally stalls out for like another day or two. So as much as I want to say we will, I'm just going to say we should, okay? Not necessarily we will. Bitcoin does things really, really slow. So this move, I think, is going to do this. I think it's going to do this. And at this point, as we start getting down to like 32,000, that's going to put Bitcoin, Dogecoin near, 20 cents into 19 as we get down here. How long this move is going to take to really play out, or if Bitcoin's going to instead do this move right here, and then eventually break out, mess around, waste some time up in here, and then dump down, I don't know. So I don't want to give a time target on that, but like I said in the title, I think we're heading to teens tonight. Like that would be my guess. But every single time I say that, Bitcoin does it, but stalls it out. So just watch me be wrong. Damo, you too. Don't hold me to it. All right. Let's see. And thanks again, Scott. Mara says, if it does reach 19, that's good. Buy it. No money, no honey. Yeah, I'm ready to buy. I'm ready to buy some dips. It's been a while. Scott says, good to be here. Been in Doge since 4 cents. Sold at 52. Bought back in at 17. Wow, you played that great. Very, very great. That's awesome. Jen says, oh, I read that one. Richard, smash the like. Appreciate that. No Milk says, where do I think the bottom is? I mean, let me see. There were 2 more questions I said I would read later as well. So let's see. Do I think it'll be dropping for a while? When will the bearish market end? Yeah, I think that was it. All right, so let's start looking at potential target prices where Dogecoin could fall. First, let's just do the basic TA off of Bitcoin's chart to give us the best idea. And guys, this stream won't be terribly long either. I've been away all day, so I'm gonna need to go, honestly. Probably at 45 minutes. So let's give it another 10 minutes. Pile all your questions in. Get everybody in here if you can. I want to be able to help everybody, but like I said, I do have to balance myself a bit here. Today was nuts. I didn't stop working till I went live. So, all right. And I'm technically still working. I have something else to do after the stream. So as you can see here, There's a likely stopping point anywhere in this general area. Let's just draw rectangle here. 31 to 30. Oh, that's pretty vast, but I don't really want to give that whole window. 31's the obvious place, but 31 to 32, as you can see, this is the wick, but most of the consolidation started happening at 32-ish. So we'll see, but I'm going to delete that. Just say near 31 is the most likely stopping point. On Dogecoin, if Dogecoin's right now at 21 and we're at 33,000, if we get to 31,000 on Bitcoin, that's going to bring Dogecoin to about 19 cents. That's pretty fair to say. That could be mid 19s or something like that. Now, if we start falling below that, you start seeing Doge go to 18, 17, probably near 16 again, anywhere in this general area, like low 28. This is probably 16 cents. Now, last time 16 cents was right here, right? That was 16 cents there, but I think this time 16 cents is actually going to be like here, somewhere in this area. And then these are just kind of guesses, by the way, guys. It's really hard to tell. We already know, as we talk about, that Dogecoin does not move at the same scale on the way up and down as Bitcoin does, even when it follows the exact same candles and patterns. There will be a faster moves down, slower moves up, sometimes slower moves up, down, and faster moves up. Depends on the feel of people in the market. Are they feeling more bearish or bullish? And depending on that, that'll determine the speed of the up moves compared to the downs. So trying to guess that right now is what I'm trying to do. I think this somewhere right in here is 16 cents Dogecoin. Let's just do this. In this area. If we start falling below that, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Then you can see mid to low teens anywhere down here, like especially towards 25, 23. It's probably going to be like 15, 14 cents. This will probably be closer to 13, you know, getting into 12, near 23,000 Bitcoin. But I don't see, at least by the time we go live tomorrow, I don't see that happening. We'll have a much better idea by next stream. That's why I really do these streams every day. I don't want to look too far out and then start making stuff up, okay? Because it gets really hard to predict a volatile market with a lot of supports and resistances everywhere and then going out extended periods of time, because you have to be predicting all the bounces and where it's going to stop, where it's going to hold this time, where it's not going to hold, and then where it's going to fall to. At some point, it does become impossible to look out that far. So I think might pull back again. Let's just say we mess around in here. This won't be exact, but I think we do fall through. We head to 31, mess around in here a good bit. People will probably think it's the actual bottom, and I think eventually we'll loop back around, and probably by tomorrow's stream, we'll be somewhere in this general area near 31,000 Bitcoin, maybe even starting to head below it. At that point, that's going to put us somewhere around 20 to 19 cents Dogecoin. I think that's where we'll pick up tomorrow, near 19 cents. At some point tomorrow. I would be surprised if we made a move up here. That's really going to be determined how we hold at 33,000. It's not a good sign that we're down here. There's always the possibility that, you know, this is really a triangle here. There's always that possibility, and that we end up just doing one of these and, you know, kind of breaking out the top side eventually. But that also wouldn't be by tomorrow either. As you can see, that plays out, you know, a couple days or even a week. If we move at the same rate of speed, you can drag your mouse along, see the time frame on the bottom. Right around here, this is 7:20. It's actually about 2 weeks from now. So if that does play out slow, that'll probably not be anytime soon. If it does something wild like this, that could be like by, you know, 5 days from now. I don't see that happening either. But I'm just letting you know there are multiple scenarios, all right? I'm not a fortune teller. We're just doing our best guess here. But this right here, it has not even hit the 200 EMA either time. Now it's stuck twice under 35,000. Now it's dumping to 33. Looks like it wants to, if anything, do a bounce to 34 and then just start heading back down to 31. That's what looks most probable. If that's the case, this is somewhere near 19 cents on Dogecoin. And let's go back to side by side. Couple more comments here. I'll just slowly average down for now. Thanks for responding so quick. Yeah, absolutely. And to your, wow, why didn't that load? To your point, to your question, for now, my bottom is going to be about 16 cents Dogecoin. I don't want to start looking much lower than that. But I think reasonably 19 cents Doge is the lowest we'll see, at least by the time I go live tomorrow. All right. And then we can revisit that question. But I don't want to start looking out too far. And then, you know, then I'm just kind of 50-50 coin flip guessing. And then that's not very useful to anybody. So let's just put that there. That's where I think that's my current low. By the way, guys, all 70 of you, thank you for hanging out. Don't forget, click that subscribe button. And then also follow me on Twitter if you want live updates in between streams. You know I go live once a day usually, but then all in between that, I'm active on Twitter talking about Dogecoin, either in like these Twitter spaces now as a speaker, which is pretty cool. And they let me know I could be a speaker the next time. So you'll see me on there talking to a couple hundred people. And, you know, just talking about all other things, Dogecoin, crypto, interacting. So yeah, subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description. Today I was live in Twitch with Ross Nicoli. Oh, cool, Dogecoin dev, yeah. There's so many updates in the pipeline and they're working very hard. Once the market crashes, I think they will surely explode all the updates. Yeah, so give it like a month or two. There's a lot of updates in the pipeline. One of the most major updates is going to be the transaction speed one, which should be coming in like a month. And that's going to be major for Dogecoin. So there's that. Scott says something big on the 18th because of Bitcoin 6 months holders. Have I heard of this? No, I've been hearing of some hype for the 21st when Elon goes and chats with the Bitcoin committee on, you know, has that event. Mara says, I think you should sell a percentage, my opinion. I'm not holding at all. I don't have any. Ray says, honesty is the best policy. Appreciate that. And Carlos, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. Ahmed says, thank you for the live. Absolutely. Like that you tell it straight 100% all the time. Nothing else. The Chosen One says, is it true that Elon is supporting SHIB now? No. Damo says, bro, am I in neither profit nor loss? Should I sell and keep my money for the better dip buy? Ooh. Here's the awkward thing. I always tell people, avoid selling at support levels because they're at that point it's the highest chance of you being wrong. You set yourself up for hard failure when you sell at support because support means highest chance of reversal. People look at support levels as dip buy opportunities. So that means you're selling when people that aren't in and are looking for a good opportunity are looking to buy. That puts you automatically on the wrong side of trading. The wrong side of trading, which is terrible. So it's hard for me to recommend for you to sell right now because we're literally bouncing off support. That being said, everything looks very, very, very bearish. At this moment, we are on an upswing from 33 flat and doing kind of that dead bounce right now. If you don't trust it at all, you can take that risk, go ahead and sell, but I'd probably do it soon before this curls back down because then it puts you in an even worse spot yet again to where you're getting close to selling at support. Right, so at least if you sell here, you realize you were wrong, you can buy back in pretty close at the next support or something. But selling here, if you're wrong, then you have to buy up here at the next support. You lose a whole lot, and then you know, it's the worst of every world. So I always say if you're going to sell out of panic and it's not the best timing, sell on a swing high, like a move like this. So yes, if you want to get out now. But I would not delay. Travis says, I have a feeling the devs... Oh, you were talking to him. All right, that makes sense, Mauer. Never mind. Travis says that I have a feeling the devs will make a big announcement soon. Ross hinted at it very slightly today on his stream that his #1 priority hasn't even been announced yet. Ooh, nice. That's big. Snabble says, no, this will not go into teens today. It's about to go back to 30, talking Doge. We'll see. Hey... I would love to be wrong in that way. You know, I'd love to see a reversal to 30. It's just not looking good. And here's another thing. Remember how I said we're seeing some patterns playing out on the Dogecoin side? Here's the other one that I was talking about yesterday in yesterday's stream that I see playing out. This whole move right here where there's the overall sell-off, this thing, it starts right here again. Do you see that? Right here? That move starts again, right here. And you can see it. And if that's the case, that's the case. If that plays itself out again, it's gonna make another new low. Now, I'm not saying where that low will be, but that's indicating, you know, it's gonna be under 16 cents. That's all we know. So that's not promising. Seeing that exact move repeat itself, but we'll see. The devs will release the news when it's done. Guys, Wall Street and crypto are at war versus whales, are intentionally keeping Bitcoin and Doge down. As long as I get a good dip off of it, fine by me. Travis says everyone will be dead from the suspense though. True. That's what pretty much we're waiting on. And then Elon accepting Doge. Yes. Better every cent Doge drops. If you're looking for a dip, 100%. Keith says just buying more, averaging up, but that's okay. Respect. Rip Doge. Yes. Yeah, just trying to grab that money. Scott says no. So that's the way it's looking, guys. All right. Thank you for your hard work, my brother. Don't worry, we'll get back to the moon. We just have to stop at Walmart on the way. Don't you hate that on road trips? You got to stop by Walmart, gas station multiple times. What's going on, Advantage? Good to see you, man. I'm going down, baby. Y'all are funny. All right, guys. Like I said, usually I say I'm not going to stream a long time, and I do still, but tonight I really do have to cut it. It's been crazy, all right? But do see this. I just want to, it's not great, but I just wanted to show, all right? This right here. Oh. You can see that? Made that shirt today. As you can see, there's a white one behind me too. Took hours learning Photoshop and mess. Anyway, all right, let's go back to focus desktop. But just getting started. These are not how the shirts are gonna look when they go. Is that one for sale? No, I need to get it better. I need better quality shirts, and I need my better. It just needs to be a bit better. Like I said, I'm not going to sell anything low quality on my store. It will be cheap, and it will be cool, and, you know, full support of the Doge community, and it'll probably even get, you know, sold near cost. I probably won't even make much money off it. I just want to make cool Dogecoin apparel, whether that's clothes, you know, shirts, shorts, mugs, whatever. But these are not quite up to par. All right, I'm just working on it. I love the design though. Go with that. Okay. I will. But I'll do something like that. It'll just be higher quality. But basically, kind of looks like this. So that was me in Photoshop for like 5 hours today, learning. I'll let you guys know. The store is already almost up, so I've got almost everything I need. Get in there. I'll make sure it's right for everybody though. All right, guys. Well, appreciate all of you supporting. Keep an eye on Doge. You know I'll be active on Twitter tonight and in the Discord group if you're a member. I'll see you there as well, even more than on Twitter. But you guys know I'll be active on Twitter. Feel free to, you know, check my posts, see what I'm thinking. You know I'm going to be vocal about what's going on here with the price action. I do think we're going to go down overall tonight. I think Bitcoin's going to mess around and either trend near this 33.4 level or either, you know, even entertain the 33.8 before it loops around, heads back down, and dumps. That's my thought, but we'll see. Will I accept Doge? Yes, absolutely, Keith. I'm trying to figure out a way to accept Doge as payment. By the way, that reminded me. Let me show you this before I go off stream. There's this site called Doge Beans. All right. He was in the Twitter space with us yesterday and was talking about his company. Doge Beans is Dogecoin themed coffee. See here, Dogecoin, Doge Beans Colombia, Doge Beans Rise, Doge Beans Moon Fuel. That's the one I bought personally to give it a try. And they have more. The CEO, you can see that's Greg. How funny is that? Then you can also subscribe. But then if you know, not only is it Dogecoin themed coffee, add it to your cart, go to checkout. I just want to show you this real quick. And let's just proceed. Let me make sure it's not showing any of my personal info from my previous order. Yes, actually it is. So let's just do this. All right, so then you basically put in your personal info. It lets you select, like, do you want to pay with your credit card or do you want to pay with crypto? And you can select which crypto. Dogecoin is one of them. And then it takes you to the next screen. It tells you right here, to complete your order, send this amount of Doge to this address, and it's awaiting your payment. It checks it every 15 seconds. So you can either use your, you know, like your Coinbase or whatever, scan the QR code and pay that way. And once it sees that it's been transferred to their wallet, it gives you the check mark and your order's been placed. It's so sick. It's awesome. And that's what I'm going to try and get on my website too. I'm going to talk to that guy again. Doge Beans is the company. You can find him on Twitter. If you do find him, just let him know that, I mean, I guess you can let him know that I sent you, but that probably doesn't matter. I don't have a deal with them. But I just thought it was awesome. Should I sell, then buy in the low dip, Tommy says. I would definitely consider it. Usually, you know, at this point, it looks like we're really bearish. 33 is probably going to be a bit of a strong level. We might see, like I said, a decent bounce up to like 33.8 or maybe even 33. It depends on where this EMA comes. I think 33.8, and then we start curling back down and selling off. So me personally, I'd probably be looking for a sell. Either here, if you're really not feeling it, where we literally are right now, or near the yellow line, which is 33,800 on Bitcoin. That'll probably be near. Let's just get the EMA back up. Oh, Dogecoin's EMA is below it, so that's not even the same. That's unfortunate. There could be a bounce towards, you know, 22.5 cents Dogecoin. Anywhere near 22 is probably a place where I'd consider selling if things still look bad. If you don't want to sell right this moment, but overall things just don't look good. I think it would be smart if you're feeling the same way I do. It probably would be smart to sell, maybe risk losing a cent or two just to not be part of the potential crash. And if you're wrong, just understand you only lost like 1 or 2 cents of profit. Just get back in and be back in for the ride up. That's my opinion. Travis says, I'll tell Doge Beans you sent me. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if you order some coffee from Doge Beans, follow Doge Beans on Twitter, or follow me and follow Doge Beans. My Twitter's at 2020 Tech Reviews. Theirs is literally just Doge Beans, at Doge Beans here, Doge Beans Coffee. And just let them know I sent you over. 2020 Tech sent you over. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, I am now going to head out. Thank you so much. I'll get you guys more info on that Dogecoin apparel and everything ASAP as soon as I get it figured out, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on next stream, you know, where we're at with Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and what's going to happen next. So thanks for all the support, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or on Twitter tonight.